The man walked barefoot across a bed made of nails, yet he didn't get hurt. Then he leaped over a flaming log. When he landed, he wasn't so lucky anymore. He was immediately carried out of the competition. Seeing the first contestant fail, the second one was terrified and wanted to run away, but it was too late. He had no choice but to give it a try. He jumped high, but his feet missed the nails. The audience around him burst into laughter. He was disqualified. It turned out that to marry the princess, one had to pass her test, walking across the bed of nails and jumping over a 2-meter-high flaming log. Soon, it was the last contestant's turn. He took off his shoes and hopped onto the bed of nails. With his superb skills, he easily crossed the nails, leaped over the log, and landed steadily on the bed of nails again. When it came to the final log, he jumped onto it and then made a powerful leap, putting on the groom's clothes and becoming the winner of the competition. At that moment, he wanted to take another look at the princess, but he was startled. Seeing that he wanted to run away, the princess immediately jumped off her carriage and sat on his head, forcing him to stay and get married. When he refused, the princess threatened him with a knife. The man quickly broke free from her, grabbed a pole, and used it to pole vault over the wall and escape. The princess had no choice but to chase after him. Unexpectedly, she accidentally pulled off his pants in the process. The man had no other choice but to disguise himself as someone else to avoid the princess. However, he was still discovered. So, he quickly shed his disguise and ran away again. By the time the princess realized what had happened, the man had already reached an old, dilapidated temple. He saw an old man taking a bath and stole his pants. Unfortunately, the old man noticed him. The man immediately punched the old man, who fought back and knocked him to the ground. Just then, the princess caught up. The man had no choice but to ask the old man for help. The old man then performed a magic trick, allowing the man to pass through the wall and escape. The princess tried to follow but ended up smashing into the wall. The old man took this opportunity to leave. Grateful for the old man's help, the man decided to travel with him. However, on the way, they ran into the man's enemy. They teamed up to play a prank on him, but the old man, with his alcohol craving, mistook the man for the enemy and beat him up, allowing the enemy to escape. In the end, the two of them had to drive around looking for the enemy, only to be discovered by the princess again.